everybody, I'm here and I'm about to start working on another project. I had bought this not that long ago, and I'm not sure if it was the Dollar Tree. I think it was Dollar Tree. Let's see. It doesn't say Dollar Tree, but from the looks of where everything was made and distributed, it looks like the Dollar Tree. So I got this cone, styrofoam cone, and I knew I wanted to do something with that, but I wanted to make it shabby chic, and I want to use either fabrics or trims. So I decided, because I did not sell my die lot that I had put up for a D-stash, I pulled out this that was in there, and it's a cupcake stand and pennant. So I don't have the picture. Let me see. No, I don't have the picture because it's still in the box that I had for D-stashing. So you get a, I did punch everything out, so I'm going to show you. Here's what it cuts. This is the top part, which would be like the plate. This is your stand. You do have to cut it 2 times to get that. And you also get this pennant and this, which I guess is like a tag. And the pennant, although I did it all in thick chipboard, I wouldn't use that because it's too thick. You just fold it over and you have a really cute layered pendant. And then you get this tag that you fold over too. But this is too thick for doing that. It kind of breaks. So you get that, and you do have to run it through several times to get however many you want. This little stand that goes, or the table, or I don't know what you call it, goes on top, and you just fold that over, and you get a cute little square scalloped edge. And then again, you do have to run it 2 times, and I just cut a piece big enough for this one, so that I won't be, wasting so much chipboard. So you cut 2 of those, and you do it as thick as you can. So I use my thickest chipboard that I have, which is the 12 by 12 ones that I have, and you stick them together like so. Excuse me. So you want to, adhere it somehow. And you put your, I don't know how this goes, I guess like this. And you got a little cute stand, a cake stand, or whatever kind of stand that you want. So I can do that, or just use the stand, which is going to be fine. I can always trim off excess if there is any, but I think that would be cute. So let me just put this all together now, and I'm just going to use some glue. Kind of hold it in place. Just trying to get this excess off. Again, I've never used this before, so this is my first time. I'm sure you could just use your wet glue and stuff, but I am very low on my wet glue. Once I get this with this, then I will add more to it. Get this glue stick in there. And I like to stick it all together before I actually paint it or gesso everything, just so that I can paint it as one piece. Okay. Looks pretty straight. So there it is. Now my tree is on a stand, and since this is styrofoam, it's not too much weight until, of course, I add my fabrics, but I'm not going to overdo it. And if I really want to, I can actually use this piece as a base. Aha! So it even gives more stability. Once I glue that down, it's not going to topple over anymore, or at all, because I haven't even done it yet. That's an idea. Maybe a tray. Alright, so I'm going to leave that idea on the side over here. Anyway, I love just covering things with gesso, and if it stays white then I leave it that way, or I can paint it later on. Actually, I also have my chalk paints that I can use too. I need to glue this down a little more. I forgot to do that, so that's one thing, because this is not, you know, completely on there. And the paint will go on the hot glue. Well, not while it's hot, of course, but when it's dry. So you can paint over it. So you don't want to get it too messy. You want to try to get a clean line, because you'll see, I should put on my little protector here. You'll see all those little bumps, but at least you can still paint over it. And maybe I'll add trim in there too. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so now it should stay in place. I try not to be too messy with it, but it's not too bad. Did I stick this first? I think I will. You know what? I will, even though I already bent it, but I think it'll be okay. Should I do it this way? This way. Like so. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put it down so I can paint the whole thing as one. So I'm using it in reverse. So instead of the top, it's now the bottom. And at least I know it'll be stable enough in case I do add a lot of weight. I do want to use bling also. I've seen a lot of ideas on Pinterest. Trying to get that as even as possible. I'm using my little thing here to kind of smooth any big globs. Bring them down a little bit. Use my heat tool as well to melt it, and then see if you remelt the glue, you can flatten it out a little bit. Alright, sorry about the noise. So it's not too messy down there. And I don't care that I already had done this, but I could actually leave it like that as part of decoration. So I'm going to now glue this and start decorating. So I will be right back. Not glue, paint. Sorry about that. I shall return. Here is my finished Shabby Chic tree. It is so pretty. I always wanted to do one of these, and I finally did. And I finally found also the picture for this, so you can see the actual stand and how they used it. So I pretty much stuck this part upside down onto this part here. Or is it onto the big part? Actually, yeah, it's the whole thing turned upside down. So anyway, I broke out some of my Hobby Lobby trim that I just bought not that long ago, my last Hobby Lobby trip, I believe. And some of my fabric flowers and some of my bling pieces, some of my bows. And this is how it looks. And unfortunately, I can't back up too much. Alright, so I did gesso the whole thing before I put on this stuff. And then there's glue strings everywhere. I need to get that the heat tool on here to kind of melt that away. Then I did give a coat of this color here of the chalk paint in Bavarian, just in case anything would show through, but really nothing is showing through. So the only place that if you really lift this up, you'll see it right there, but none of it shows when all these trims are down. The bottom part, I did paint it 3 times, I think, with this silver paint, pure silver from Apple Barrel Colors. Ouch, I just touched that blister. I'm going to have to put a band-aid on it. So then I just went with several different trims from my stash in light pinks and creams and a little bit of white, and just went, you know, one layer at a time. Like this one here is actually 2-layered piece, and then I put this satin pink trim, and then I ruffled this crochet trim. Then I added another one that is a couple of layers of trim already with some like bling on there. Not bling, but look like sequins. Some of the Hobby Lobby tutu trim. This here is actually like a scrap trim that I have that came off of something else, so I just cut it down so that it would just be, whoops, like this wide. And then another trim that I had to sort of ruffle as well. That's kind of, here it is, it's kind of lacy, or almost looks like wedding applique, just as a trim. Some more of that pink trim there, and then there's a double ruffle trim under there, and then some more of the Hobby Lobby tutu trim. This is the one that I had dropped, so there's glue everywhere on that. Some pink ruffle trim that I also think is from Hobby Lobby maybe. Some more of that trim that was down here, and then on the top I just put a whole bunch of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fabric flowers, and 3 of them, one of them is pink and it has bling and beads, and then these 2 here also bling and beads. And then there's 2 here, 1 here, 1 and 1 that's without any beads. So then I went with my Hobby Lobby trim and I just draped, I gave it 2 drapes and just alternated, and they kind of go underneath some of these trims. Let's see, where am I pointing? Like here, it goes under this particular trim, and it's just in that really pretty light pink. And then on each where they meet, where these swags meet, I would put a bling. So these are some pearl blings that I had in my stash, and then up here is some pearl bling from Natasha's scrapbook that I had in my stash, Natasha's scrapbook corner. So then at the last touch were these little bows in a cream color from my stash, so I just alternated wherever I put them, like here and here, and then one here, and then again here, here, and then one back here. And it's pretty lightweight, so I'm not worried that this is going to fall over unless I go like this, of course. But on its own, it's not going to fall over because it has this really good base on the bottom. And I wasn't sure if I should have put anything down there, but I think I'm going to leave it for now like this, put it wherever I'm going to display it, and see later on if I think it needs anything. But I kind of like just leaving it like that. And I can always throw beads in there or whatever, you know, just, or some little tiny ornaments. But for now, it's cute like that. And again, I'm going to tilt it over so you can see the whole thing. It's pretty tall. And if I didn't have it on here, then it would have just been like flat down there, which would have been fine. I could do several sizes, but I only got the 1 cone, so that is off my to-do list. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.